Hey, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Breezy, Eyes and Ears Tactical. Hope y'all having a great Wednesday. Man, it's been another storm came through Southern California, believe it or not. Rain. The rain just kind of broke away. The black cloud hovering right here to my right, but supposed to rain tomorrow too. So same thing, man. So spring break. I don't know if y'all remember, I was telling y'all about spring break. A lot of people come down here and stuff like that. So we already had some drama pop off down here in Southern California. Some kids went over here down by the border. I guess one car got caught. The group of kids had a gun in the car, which I don't know if y'all know that guns are illegal in Mexico. Just FYI, in case you idiots want to, not you guys, but some idiot wants to come across the border. Not a good move. So they got arrested. Now, I believe they all have been detained. I don't know what the follow-up story is, because once people get popped in Mexico, you have to find out later on what's going on. So that happened. The fentanyl still all over the place. Those little vending machines. Oh man, my buddy went and got one of the Narcan. I was supposed to do a video on it, so I'm gonna go buy. He's gonna bring one of me to work, and I'm gonna do a video on it, so that the machine it's too many people using it. It's like that's how many people are out here messing around with that stuff. Recently, we just had a city council member get busted for a sexual assault scandal against another member of the MTS, the Metro Transit System. Basically, this dude was in charge of it, and he just got popped for inappropriate. And his statement was like, yeah, I didn't really do anything. I did it, but only thing I'm guilty of is being, cheating on my wife or something like that. And she's saying the dude would bring her to closed door one-on-one meetings and grab her butt and all that stuff, forcefully kiss her and all that stuff. So, man, it's crazy, man. Abuse of power. That's what I'm getting at. Abuse of power. So you got kids, children, any authoritative figure over your children, you better be there and being around the environment and find out what's going on, because there's too many people abusing their power. And I don't want to name all the categories. I don't want to do all that, because there's people who work and do a very good job with power. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people who, when they get in a position of power, they abuse it. So that's what I got for you guys on that, man. Watch your kids. Like I said, I'm a coach. I've coached for many years, and one of the three things that parents liked about me was that I would always look out for the kids like they were my own. Like, I didn't let kids just wander off and stuff like that. I was really strict on my players when they were younger kids. Now my daughter's 16 now, so I'm not as strict as I am when they were little. But when they were in 10U and 10U, 12U division and all that stuff, man, I used to be my players, when we went to tournament stuff, they'd be all right around me. I'll be laying on my bag, and all the kids around me underneath a pop-up tent and stuff like that, and coaches be other parents be wanting to take you over here and have a beer and stuff like that. And not me. I'm going to be around my players, man. So just remember that when you got your kids in programs and stuff, the band teacher, swim instructor, I don't care what it is, man, they can be the most loving person in the world. Even myself, judge me, scrutinize me, make sure I'm doing the right thing, because once you relinquish that power to your kids, over your kids, man, then people can start manipulating your kids. So that's my take on that, man. Watch the authority over your children, and make sure you're the most important voice over your children, not someone else. Even though someone else can give great advice, but all the best stuff should be coming from the household. That's what I'm getting at, man. This is what's breaking my heart with America. The racism and all that stuff. I'm 54, so I've been around racism for a long time. So I've learned to adapt to it and unfortunately maneuver around it. I didn't let it affect my life overall. It affected me a little bit mentally, as far as like trusting people and certain people that don't have good intentions. But man, what I'm getting at is that what I'm looking at is the deterioration of the American household is where we're at right now. We have too many absentee parents. We have generational gaps that have been taken out systematically by whatever. And I'm not talking about race, man. I'm talking about everybody. Anything that's happened to one group in this country has happened to another group, probably outside of slavery, obviously. But socially, socioeconomic, inadequacies, it's across the board. So what I'm saying is that if we don't have parents watching their children, putting good moral foundations inside of them, why are we shocked when kids act out violently? Me coaching for over 20 something years, the first thing I can educate a lot of people watching, if you're parents and never coach, I can tell you a lot more about your kids than you could about your kid, because I spend just as much quality time with them as you do, and probably more, because unfortunately a lot of parents are working, so they got their kids over at this practice, this, that, and the other, and they're not even listening to their children. So for me, that's where I think where we're deteriorating as a country. We don't have good households anymore. We have children with tons of freedom with no boundaries. I mean, just, the internet, all these things and all these avenues and things that's supposed to be like positive things that can elevate children, they're working against them. So the deterioration of the American household, the family structure is all blown up, and it's single parent households, and you got people this, that, and the other tugging these kids left and right, and that's why you get stuff like Nashville and Uvalde and all these other ones. Man, you know what I'm saying? And that kid that shot that school in Nashville, I'm quite sure it was all off anger. It's not mental depression, it's not mental illness, it's not gun control, it's not none of those excuses. What it is anger. That's what's inside of the adolescent teenager. Most teenagers are angry anyway, so you can imagine if they don't have attention and love, people nurturing them, how they may act out in a violent manner. It just so happens they can get access to a gun, and then politicians want to run with that and take it and say that's the reason why. See, we need more gun control. So that's what I got on that, guys. That was my little political rant for the day on that. I don't want to spend too much time because there's a lot of people doing videos on. I'm sure there's a lot of lives going down right now. I'm unfortunately, man. Me being who I am, I know where all this is coming from. It's coming from the lack of moral foundation inside the household, lack of trust of authority, meaning all the way to the top, from the president all the way down to a school teacher. Kids just don't trust authority no more, and they have a lot of really good reasons why not to. So it's frustration and anger. It's not all this mental illness. If we follow the doctrine that said everybody has mental illness, why don't we have way more people off the hook doing crazy stuff, eating people and all that kind of stuff? Because everybody deals with it in different ways. Some are more severe than others. But that's not the go-to for why that person went shot that school, was gun control and mental illness. No, that kid was just angry. But apparently, I mean, if you first of all, you're not happy with your gender, whether it's factual or not, you're not happy the way you were born. So there's anger already inside of an individual like that. But they're not going to talk about that in the LGBT community. That was a hate crime. That kid hated those people in that school because that kid couldn't have what those people have. That's exactly what that was. Just like the kids up there in Columbine, that's a hate crime. Just like the Vegas shooting, that's a hate crime. Now, some of them are just domestic crimes of passion and just, whatever. But you can believe that anger is behind a lot of these shootings. It's not mental illness. So that's what I got for you guys on that. Babe, let you guys know, picking up a new hobby on the side, because all this crazy stuff. My ukulele. Been collecting dust, but I'm about to get into my ukulele. I'm about to get into my ukulele. I suck at it now, but I'm gonna get into this, guys. And this is handmade. Got the elephants right there, as you can see. So I'm gonna get into that. That's my new little hobby. I'll let y'all know. I'll be getting. This is by Amahi. This is handmade. Where was this made at? Made in the USA. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into the ukulele, man. So just want to touch on a couple things, man, for the giveaway. I got a couple more things I'm gonna give away. I told y'all about this. I'm gonna be giving this away. I'm trying to get the 500, man. Help me get there. I know about that scope. I'm gonna be giving that away. I got this other red dot scope I'm gonna be giving away. I don't think I showed it. I'm gonna show it real quick. I'm gonna give this away. Trying to get the 500. This is just a regular scope with a red dot. This is by the same company as this one, Clive, that whatever, CL, whatever, just a red dot. So I'm gonna be giving this away too. And these things are all brand new. I took this off another rifle because I went to this other RMR type style. I got away from that long scope on the 22s because it's just too big, And I got this one I'm gonna give away too. Probably done at 500. I'm gonna give something away at 500, but then 500, another number, or whatever. All this stuff is going away, or somebody just needs one. I don't know if y'all seen this one. This is the one with the green laser, green dot. I don't know what company was that, UTG or UG, something like that, whatever. So I'm gonna be giving this away too. So I got a lot of stuff to give away because I upgraded some stuff, and I'm not really a greedy person. So if there's a new YouTuber or somebody, small YouTuber needs some help, man, maybe I'll hook you up for just give it to you. I don't know, but I'm gonna be giving these away. You know, at 500, I'm gonna give at 500, I'm gonna give an option to what you want. I'm not. You can take any one of these. So that's coming up, guys. When I get to the 500 mark, you know, we'll see how that goes. Another thing I wanted to point out, I saw a video of a guy putting some sights on, iron sights on his pistol. Man, he was banging it with a punch kit and a little mallet. I'm just gonna do this one more time. I did this before, man. Get you a universal sight pusher. Get you one of these, man. And these are really good. Just break it out for you real quick. I saw him doing it. He was banging and it slipped off or something. He's like, "Oh man, I think I marked my pistol." And I was internally laughing, but I don't like laughing at people when they make mistakes. I just don't get joy of that. I felt sorry for the dude because he marred up his pistol because he was hitting it with a little mallet and stuff. But yeah, man, you get this right here, man. And if you got a bench set, you can nail this to your bench, screw it to your bench, mount it down. But it's got some weight on it, and you know, 3 points of contact, and this is a great thing. But when you use it, make sure you wrap your slide with some of this painter's tape. So when you put it inside of here, even though these things got some little pads and stuff on it, I don't know if you can see that, they got those little pads. But still, wrap your slide with this, and then that'll keep it from getting marked up. And that's by Wire Gear universal sight pusher. So yeah, just grab you one of these guys. They're about $70. I mean, like I said, you don't put iron sights on all the time, but when you do, it makes the job so much easier. I'm just gonna touch on a couple things. Another thing, oh, y'all know I had this Alien Gear holster right here, but I'm about to shout out to the brother Something Tactical, and he got the Works holster for the appendix carry. And I think I'm gonna look into that. This is not bad. It's the shapeshifter. It's not bad, but I like the way that works gonna look. So I'm gonna be upgrading this, and then when I upgrade that, I'll probably. Well, this is for left-handers though, so I don't know. I'm gonna be giving this away. So if anybody's a lefty, I'll be giving that away too. I'm not keeping all this shit, man. Like I'm just gonna be giving it away as I progress up in my gun world. I'm not a hoarder, man. I hoard my tennis shoes. One day I'll do a video and I got a whole bunch of sneaker basketball shoes. I played hoop, and man, you should see my hoop collection. I got some old stuff, like some old pennies, you know, some old Barclays and stuff. They're all brand new. That's what's crazy because when I played indoor. I didn't play outdoors when I got to a certain level, and so all my shoes are all made for the gym. They're not all marked up and scuffed up. But I'll break some out one day for you guys. But yeah, I wanted to let you know about that. I'm giving all that stuff away. Someone asked what that. So this is the optic I took off the shotgun. I put it on my 22, my M&P 22. I put it on there. Much more lower profile than these optics right here. And I don't really need no freaking laser. Just a light. And so I just love this 22. Everybody should get one of these. KSG is still doing great. And I took the optic off that. Now I like that a little bit more. It's got that better, just more like a shotgun. I don't really need an optic on a shotgun. So that's how that looks now. Much cleaner. And this is definitely in the rotation for home defense. So I'm having a hard time finding the number one shells though. Number one is the 16 pellet. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw the 9 pellet in there until I get the 16. Other thing I was gonna tell you guys, this is clear YouTube. I'm in a safe control environment, no magazine, nothing around. I'm not gonna change. But I'm moving this over to concealed carry, taking the 23, because you guys know I carry the 23 and the 29, but I'm gonna carry the 19 and the 29. And reason why, first of all, I got these great sights on here. I got this ghost connector inside of here, and aftermarket trigger. It's like $20, not no Apex, nothing like that. But this thing is really smooth, but I have the rubber Talon grips on here, so it doesn't rub against my stomach. But what I was thinking was if I was carrying a 23 and I ever had to use it, I would lose that pistol, and I got 3 barrels with it. Well, 2 barrels, the 357 and a 9mm. So I thought, well, carry this, and if I ever use it, and I can always buy another Glock 19. That's the bottom line of that story. I don't want to buy another Glock 23 because I already got 2 barrels, and so it'll be kind of like a range pistol, you know, cool home defense pistol. So I'm gonna switch that up, and you know, of course, always I got the Glock 29 always. It's one of my favorites. Really thinking about getting the Glock 30 45 ACP. I just like this micro compact feel, and you the little pinky extension. So that's pretty cool. You know, I just love this pistol. It's really nice. So I got so much used to shooting it. Oh, when I shot this when I was off at the range, some of my videos, because my sights was off, and that's how I had to push them over a little bit. So sometimes your rear sights are off, and that's why you want to get that precision with this. And you see those little mill lines right there, those little mill lines. So you can get it right down dead red, and I got some calibers too. So that's the good thing about this, you ain't guessing. So yeah, guys, that's what I got for you. I'm not gonna be too much longer, but I just want to let you guys know, man, look, the best way we can fix a lot of this drama going on in this country is stop being divided. Just start looking out for each other, being respectful of each other. Help go back to the each one, teach one, go back to a village, raise a child. Unfortunately, you can't interject with these young kids, so you can't tell a kid like, hey man, get down from there, they might shoot you or something. I mean, I get that part, but you can still be kind to your neighbors. And if you got a neighbor, single parent neighbor with a kid, you know, and you got a stable household, man, just reach in, because you could be saving a bunch of people's lives. You could be saving at least one kid's life. So that's just where I'm going with it. And like I said, I think a lot of the dysfunctionality in our country is coming from the breakdown of the American family. We just don't have it no more, man. We don't have people going to church no more. We got people like just don't care no more. It's just chasing the dollar. That's the only thing that are bipartisan on is money. Everything else is it's all these arguments and fights and fusses and stuff like that. Meanwhile, kids are they're just going down to the wayside. One day we're gonna look around and be a bunch of old people, and ain't gonna be no young people, and then we'll be fucked. So just keep that in mind. We need young people. We need able-bodied workers. We don't need everybody going to jail, getting turned down on drugs and all that kind of stuff, having hella babies under the age of 21, can't afford to take care of them, all that stuff. So we gotta clean all that up by talking to young people and thoroughly explaining the consequences of stuff, having those hard discussions. Man, this is your boy Mark Breezy, Eyes and Ears Tactical, man. Have a great Wednesday. Stay positive, stay up, stay alert, keep your family safe. If you are, hey, if you can get a gun legally of age and you're a respectable citizen, get armed, man. You know, just protect yourself. And clearly, we have to all be on alert. So, with that being said, man, God bless.